Okay, guys, we're getting ready to start week 3 of this 5-week volume month, busiest month out of the whole year. This is where people are going to get double, triple promoted. Everyone on our team is in massive momentum. So I really wanted to bring someone on that really could pour value into everyone's spirit. I reached out, man. I said, hey, we need a strong female, strong leader to really, get us going. We got a lot of phenomenal women that's a part of our team. We got a lot of strong men leadership, me, Jamal, and Daniel, and Maine. I felt like it'll be very beneficial to the person that I feel like is the strongest, just anointed speaker. I remember last year when I first got started with the platform, and Maine brought her on to a training, and her training literally changed my whole business. When you're reaching certain titles, RSD and ESD, it's just work, 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 work. And, she just made me mindful to really put the spirit into the business. And, 2 books that really transformed my whole business was the books that she suggested, which was, managing oneself and feeling what's the secret. And when I started implementing that within my business exploded literally. And she probably don't even know this, but, so it's just a phenomenal thing to even have her on this call. So you guys definitely want to be appreciative of her for doing this and, sacrificing her time just to pour value in everyone, because she literally don't even have to be on this call. 7-figure doing phenomenal things, has a heart of gold, helped thousands of people across the country. Miss Ameenah Rasheed, did you make it on the line? Okay.
Absolutely. Wow, what an amazing introduction. Thank you so much, Daryl, and also Jermaine, Maine, we call him Maine, for having me on, and for all of you for showing up and for being present today. So I'm assuming your team name is Infinite Freedom Movement. So everybody drop Infinite Freedom in the chat, because we're gonna light this thing up tonight. Infinite Freedom, y'all got to give me energy. I'm really, really huge on energy. Y'all have amazing leaders right here with Daryl and Maine, just always pouring into you all each and every single day. Infinite freedom, infinite freedom, infinite freedom. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it, I love it, I love it. So these gentlemen, I tell you, to see them where they are now is just absolutely phenomenal. And no, I did not know that those books helped you to change things in your business, Daryl. Thank you for sharing that, because those books actually helped to change a lot of stuff for me as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. I'm glad that, I could just be able to share the information and pour into other people and the value. And obviously you're taking that and you're passing it on to your team. So that's super dope, man. That's just super dope. So my name is Ameenah Rasheed, ladies and gentlemen, and I am out of the Southern California area. I've been with the company now for 6 years, since 2016. But let me tell you about my struggle and my journey. Is that okay? Can I share and be very transparent with you all? Because I'm very real and I'm very transparent. So here we go. Joined the company in 2016. I saw Alfred Nixon's Instagram advertisement. And you know what's so crazy? The Instagram advertisement, it wasn't Alfred on the advertisement. It was a buddy of his by the name of Greg Padrell. So Alfred, Greg, and another friend of his, Sam, because they had just started in the business, and I didn't know that, they all chipped in on an ad for Baller Alert. And so when the leads would come in, one person would get a lead, one person would get a lead, another would get a lead. And then so luckily for me, I was Alfred Nixon's lead. So Alfred calls me on the phone. And, at that time I had my own credit repair business, a little mom and pop shop where I'm writing the dispute letters myself. I have a degree in paralegal studies, and I literally just graduated. It's not like I was, I graduated a long time ago. I went to a community college, and I graduated in 2015. And so had a paralegal studies degree. So once I did that, had the paralegal studies degree, I just went full force with credit repair. So then I ran across Alfred, and I was like, okay, this seems like a great system. And when I got on the phone with him, he did a 3-way call, plugged me in with Ashton Henry, so who enrolled Alfred. So we're on the phone and, we're chopping it up and everything just seemed to align. So I said, let me go ahead and just sign up. And so I went on ahead and I took one of my credit cards and I signed up. And I was like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. So I'm in the business, but I did absolutely nothing. When I say nothing, I mean not one thing. Like, I don't even remember a training. I don't even remember. I remember like Alfred just kind of calling me, trying to get me to something he called a convention. And I was like, I ain't going to no convention. I just joined this thing, because we had the conventions in February and I signed up in January. And so anyway, my $87 payment declined after the first month. And so went, because it was $87 at that time. So at that point, I said, you know what? Just forget it. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. And so I just kept seeing like Alfred just glow up on social media. And he would call me too. So he would call me and he would say, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm great. I'm over here processing client files, writing the letters myself up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And Alfred was like, oh, okay. He was like, I'm just over here chilling, just doing a few things online. And I'm like, he chilling? And, at this time, he had moved out of his mom's house into a high-rise condo overlooking Miami. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So then as more time progressed, and it was November of 2016, I said, let me go on ahead and just get this thing back going. So then I got started. Ajaya Hungo was the second agent I signed up. She signed up like 2 days after I reinstated my membership. So it's just been, up and up ever since then. And, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, everything was peaches and cream. And, oh, it was just straight up. We just shot straight up. Nah, man, it was a lot of going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, all of that good stuff. It was, bank account, looking real low, maybe even it was negative. I can't remember. I've experienced that so many times, previously in my life. I don't even know, maybe it did at that point. But anyway, it was a lot of ups and downs. And then we finally got a hold of it. We finally got a hold of it. And I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. It was like a light bulb just really clicked and it went off. And I said, okay, I can do this. I see what I got to do. I know what I need to get 5 solid legs of business. Let's run with it. And so what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the mindset and the different things that it takes to actually get there. I want you to be a top producer. I want you to have top producers in your organization. I want you to have a Maine Simon in your organization. I want you to have a Daryl Callum in your organization. I want you to have a me in your organization and a Jaya Hongo in your organization. You want me to show you how to do that? Y'all drop some fire signs in the chat if you want to learn how to do that tonight. Let me show you how to do it. Drop those fire signs, light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I'm going to share my screen with you all really quick. And is it sharing? Let's see. I hope it's sharing. Can you all see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because sometimes me and technology, we don't really see eye to eye, but we do the best that we can. We got a little love-hate relationship going on. So anyway, here we go. So who do you listen to, basically? You can only take people as far as you have gone. At this point in my career, I cannot take anyone to pinnacle because I have yet to reach pinnacle myself. If someone wants to get to SVP, let's rock with it. I can show you how to get to all of those levels leading up to SVP and how to get to SVP and how to be a solid SVP. Now, also too, listen to those that have done it and those that have the results to prove it. So this is also goes towards your audience as well. So I want you to think about this. If you're a brand new agent, right, and you don't have the testimonials or the credentials as of yet, That's why it's so important to merge a three-way phone call with your upline. I don't know what y'all's processes are. My team, we're mostly online. We built our business on social media. We're mostly online. So we have an ATM group, add, tag, message. So in the ATM group, there's a video pinned at the top of the group. And the video is of one of the leaders explaining the protection plan, one of the leaders explaining the services. So if you have that, go ahead, tag your prospects on that, because they're going to hear the information firsthand from someone who has the credentials. So if it's a three-way phone call, I want you to learn how to properly edify so you can merge a call with your upline and then they can help you to close the deal. I don't know what your process is, but whatever your process is, I want you to get good at it. I want you to get so good at it, you know it like the back of your hand. I want you to get so good at it, you can be on the phone with one of your new agents, not see your screen, and walk them through your process as far as getting new clients, getting new agents. That's how familiar you should be with your processes and your system. And make sure, once again, like I stated previously, that your edification is on point. Now, here's something that I really love. This is something that I learned about. It's called the Teachability Index on a scale of 1 to 10. And I want all of you to, like, you can write this down privately. You can drop it in the chat if you want. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your willingness to learn? On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your willingness to learn? You can write it down. You can drop it in the chat, or what have you. What is your willingness to learn on a scale of 1 to 10? Let's look and see. We got 10s, 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 10s. I love these 10s. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we have the 10s on what is our willingness to learn. Now let's go to the next slide. What's your willingness to change? Before you write what on the scale of 1 to 10, before you write, I want you to hear me out. If your upline, someone who has proven results, someone who has done it successfully over and over and over and over again, if they tell you, hey, you need to be over here in South Carolina, on April 2nd, do whatever you got to do. I remember one time Ajay actually pawned her laptop to get started in the company. Look where she is now, 7-figure earner. I remember Vice President Jade Miller, she and her husband, just to get to convention, they had to use her EBT card and pack sandwiches in a cooler because I told her she needed to be there. They didn't have any money for food. So what is your willingness to change? If your upline or someone, your mentor, whoever that may be, tells you, okay, you need to spend 5 hours a day working on your business. I don't know whatever your goals are. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Working on your business. What is your willingness to change? I mean, where you're not giving any excuses, you're doing any and everything of whatever you have to do to make it happen. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to write that number down. And you can drop it in the chat, or you can just put it on a piece of paper, whatever you would like to do, okay? So now, okay, it's not going forward. So now, when you write these things down, this is what we call the Teachability Index. If you're a 10 and a 10, that means that you are a rock star and you're on fire. Here's something that you want to do for all of your new agents that come in. For all of your new agents that come in, ask them those 2 questions. Number 1, what is your willingness to learn? Number 2, what is your willingness to change? That right there, ladies and gentlemen, that lets me know, not saying you ignore the people who are not 10s across the board, but that right there, ladies and gentlemen, lets me know who I need to spend the most time on. And this is what they teach us in mastermind trainings. If you go to Eric Worre's mastermind training, he tells you what you do to find leaders and to build leaders in your organization. You give them activities. You give them things to do. And if they complete it, on time with zero excuses, they're coachable and they're hungry and they're willing to learn, those are the people you spend the most time with. Now, here's the thing. For those people who are not a 10 and a 10, that's okay. They may not be there at that point in their lives, but they can come around. But what I want you to do is I want you to meet them where they are. Meet them where they are. You have to give your time, most of your time and energy to those that are a 10, 10, 10 across the board. That is the teachability index. Now let's go here. I told y'all, me and technology, we hopping all over this presentation tonight. If you're getting value from this, drop a 1 in the chat. If you're getting value from this already tonight, drop some 1s up in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, so now here's the thing. I want you to do this activity. And you know what? We're not going to do the activity for the sake of time, but this is something that you all can do, okay? So let me go back. This is something that you all can do. I want you to do this in your own time, for the sake of time. I want you to write down the things that you want, whether it be a house, a car, whether it be, I don't know, whether it be $100,000, accessible, liquid cash in your bank account. I'm not sure. Whatever those things are, I want you to write them down. Then what I want you to do, I want you to think about it. And I want you to think for those things, which one of these things or which ones, maybe you have more, will most likely happen in the next 6 months. Which one of those things will most likely happen in the next 6 months? So using a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being unlikely, 10 being it'll definitely happen without a doubt. And I want you to organize your goals in that manner. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the ones that you actually have a 10 by, those are the things that inspire you. Those are the things that's going to push you and motivate you and drive you to get up and use the vehicle that you have, which is this business, to propel you to get to that goal. So if that goal is to have a house, to be a homeowner in the next 6 months, this company is a vehicle for you to get there. And you definitely 110% without a doubt see yourself getting there. That is your motivation. That is your sweet spot. That is what is going to drive you and propel you. So every single day, you need to always think about that goal that you're trying to reach, that is going to happen within the next 6 months. Because then that goal, if that goal is the thing that truly inspires you, there should be zero excuses. Zero excuses, none, nada, zip, zero excuses when it comes to pushing and driving your business full force. That is your sweet spot. That's how you find what inspires you. And also too, here's a fun fact. You're the happiest when you're in the process of pursuing or achieving a goal. That's when you are the happiest. If you're in the process of achieving a goal, and if you know it's right there, it's literally so close, you can touch it, taste it, see it, feel it, sniff it, smell it, whatever. If you know it's right there, that's when you're happiest. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret. The secret is the feeling. So if you listen to a lot of the greats, all of these books that are out there, a lot of the greats, there's so many that you can get in. I have so many right here. Let me grab some. Neville Goddard is a good one. Neville Goddard, and this is an old book. He has several of them. Neville Goddard has some good books. Let me see. I don't want to get down on my thing below me and look, there'll be too much going on, but they all talk about the same thing. And a lot of the books that you see today, the inspirational books, they always talk about it's the feeling. Okay. It's the feeling. There's a book called The Emergency Handbook of Getting Money Fast by Carol Duray. And she always talks about laughing. She says laughing puts you in a higher state of consciousness when you laugh. So when you laugh, you're happy, you're having a good time. So the Emergency Handbook of Getting Money Fast, that's another book for you that you can write down by Teachability. And she also has some YouTubes and stuff as well that you can watch. So here's the thing, you're the happiest. So always be in pursuit of a goal because you're the happiest when you're doing that. So now, the goals, and we just talked about this, the goals you listed as a 10 is what motivates you. You believe 110% without a doubt that you're going to acquire it. Those are the things you need to focus on. Now let's talk about our thought process, because a lot of times we're always in our head, but let's organize those thoughts and let's really talk about it in deep dive, because what I'm going to tell you tonight, if you're new, it may be a little over your head, and it may not. Maybe, you know, you're ready to receive this information. I know when I first started, I was not ready to receive this type of information because every time we would have Super Saturdays out here in LA, I would tell Alfred, why do we have to spend so much time on mindset? Why do we have to spend so much time on mindset? Alfred said, mindset is one of the most important keys. And it didn't really click to me until years later. So it certainly is. So I'm going to help you organize your thoughts. So when you hit those stumps and those speed bumps in the road, or maybe you feel blockage or like you're hitting a brick road, you can conquer and overcome this. Okay. So there are 4 steps of a thought or a thought process. The first one is conscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence. That's when you know you don't know. That's when you know you don't know everything. You know you don't know everything, okay? Conscious incompetence. Then we have unconscious incompetence. That's when you don't know that you don't know. It's like you don't know that you don't know it. Like you're oblivious to it. You don't know that you don't know it. Conscious competence is you know what you know. And then unconscious competence is when you know and it happens automatically, autonomously. Okay. Unconscious competence. Okay. When it just rolls, it just goes. So out of these 4 things, which one do you think you should strive to be out of these 4 steps of the thought process? So type it in the chat. Out of these 4 steps of the thought process, what should be the goal? Out of these 4. Okay. So we got 2 people that put it in there. Okay. Unconscious competence, right? Okay. So the goal is to be unconsciously competent. This is the actual knowledge bank. This is where you want to get within your life, and this goes back. Listen, it's going back to that teachability index. It's going right back, because if you are unconsciously competent, you're humble. You're humble, number 1, because you will be super, super successful. But if someone that has done something that you've never done before, and they're giving you the keys and the tools to get there and to do it, you're ready to receive and listen to the information. There's no blockages. There's no pushing back. There's no, oh, I don't think it's going to work. That's the way I was when I told Alfred, like, I don't think we need to focus on mindset. Here it is. I'm telling this man that had made well over $1 million at that time, and I had not. And I'm telling him we don't need to do that. Listen how stupid that sounds, right? I'm telling somebody who has proven to me, got all these people coming and showing up for him, that we don't need to do that. How dumb does that sound? You know what I'm saying? So I had to get to the point where I was unconsciously competent. That's where we need to be and where we need to strive to be. You get here by doing it repetitiously, over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? Success breeds success. And the best way to get this thing and to do it is to observe somebody who has done it. So for example, for you all, when you have new agents, this is why new agents fall off a lot. I'll tell you why new agents fall off. New agents fall off a lot because, well, it could be several things, but a lot of times it's because the upline or the enroller is not reaching back, grabbing their hand and showing them how to do it. If you're online like me, and you're mostly virtual, with your business, you want to get your new agent on a webinar. If they say that they're, sending out messages to people, okay, open up your Facebook, open up your Instagram, let me see what you're saying to the prospects. Let me see how you're responding. Let me see if you're putting them in the groups. Let me show you how to respond. When I say show them how to respond, don't do it for them. You're going to tell them and make them type it while you are there on the webinar with them. Okay? Now, don't get it twisted about what I'm saying that's why most new agents leave, because the upline doesn't reach back. Sometimes it's also because of the new agent's mindset as well. When they make excuses, don't show up to training. Now, I'm not hopping on no webinar and doing nothing with you if you're not attending trainings, if you're not on Power Hour, if you're not attending our weekly team meetings, if you're not attending VP University. I'm not getting on no webinar to open up nothing because you haven't showed me that you're even remotely interested in pursuing your business. So until you can start showing up for yourself and your own business, I'm not going to take that time to do that. But if they are doing that, then yes, that's the time where you go Teachability Index and you open up the screen. Let's see what you're doing. Or if you're out in the field, all right, cool. Let's go to a Starbucks. Let's sit down, call your prospect over. We're going to chop it up. Listen, I've done all of that. I have done all of that over and over and over again over the years, taking the 1 through 10 documents, the quick documents, going over the UCS protection plan, going over the business opportunity. I've done that several times. You have to show your agents, and agents, you have to show up for your business. Okay. All right. So this is why associating yourself with people at a higher level is so important, because if somebody is over here, let's say you have an accountability partner, your accountability partner is consistently talking negative about the business, let them go. Let them go. There is no point in sitting there having an accountability partner, so to speak, that has a negative thought process or a negative outlook on the business. Ain't nobody got time for that. We over here, we trying to win. We trying to change lives. We trying to change bank accounts. We're trying to uplift people from out of financial destitute and poverty. We're trying to create a sound financial picture with a platform that is so simple if you follow the process. All right, let's go to the next slide here. If you don't cultivate discipline, you will be a slave to your impulses. If you don't cultivate discipline, you will be a slave to your impulses. You have to have discipline. You have to have the consistency and the discipline to be there and to whatever's going on in your life to show up for your business. I'm not saying that you may not have a bad day. We all have bad days, and sometimes you just need a day. I get it. But listen, here's something that I want you to do. You have to be in zone action. You have to be in zone action. Listen, when you close your laptop for the day and you've done what you've done in your business for the day, and you're content with what you've done for the day, at that point, you can cry, you can do whatever else, you can be human. You can let out all of those emotions. But when it is time to be focused on your business, because remember our goals that we're trying to reach, our happy place, our sweet spot. When it is time to hone in and focus on that, you have to be in zone action. You have to be in zone action. You have to be. You have to be. It's something that you have to do. You have to put all of that stuff to the side and you have to go.
So we put her in our position, put it in our position.
Well, I'm sorry, I guess somebody unmuted, but you have to be in zone action when it comes to focusing on this business. Now, see, the keys that I'm giving you today, I'm showing you all right here today how you can go out and get top leaders, how you can go out and make people pay attention to you. See, people are attracted to other advancing people. When I say advancing, people can see when you're advancing. One agent told me, I've talked to this realtor, he keeps sending me clients, but he just won't join the business over and over and over. And I said, look, because he doesn't see you advancing. He's right there in your hometown. He doesn't see you advancing. He sees that you're constantly bugging him about joining the business, because if you tell me, no, I'm cool with it, I'm gonna move on to the next. Okay, we may pop back up, revisit. Hey, you're sending me this client, why don't you just come? But I'm not pressing you. It doesn't matter to me because I'm in zone action. I have to move on to the next, 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 on to the next. So I don't really care if you join me or not, because this locomotive is going to continue moving and we're going to get to that goal with or without you on board. And if not, it's all good. Cool beans. We can still be cool. We can be cordial. We can chop it up. We can go have dinner, lunch, brunch, drinks, franks, whatever. We can do it all. You know what I mean? But I am definitely not going to wait on anyone to sign up. So you always have to be forward and moving. If people don't see your pictures advancing on social media, if they don't see your background, all of this stuff matters. Backgrounds and everything, all of this stuff matters. And I always tell my team, don't come around me and post no picture up and the background of the picture is yellow. Where it's all like yellowed out and stuff, and it looks real foggy, like remove that, take that down, because I want you to be an advancing person. Take that down, go out in the sunlight, open the window, face the window, have the sunlight directly on you so it can be facing, or your selfie light facing directly on you so we can get a clear shot. Get out the house, go somewhere, sit at a coffee shop, a nice background, be on your laptop, take a picture, do something, go out there, shake somebody's hand, have somebody snap a picture of you shaking somebody's hand with your laptop and the presentation right there. You have to be an advancing person. If not, people won't see you as someone that can lead them to success. You know what I mean? And I had to learn that for myself over time and things like that too. So this is something that you got to do, guys. You have to do it. I'm not telling you all nothing I don't tell my team. We laugh together, we cry together, we have fun together, we do all of that stuff. But when it comes time to be 100 and real, they know I'm definitely going to be 100% real. So don't be a go, stop, and hop network marketer. Do not be a go, stop, and hop network marketer where you got 3 and 4 and 5 different things going on. You over here, you in this network marketing company, and you over here, you selling a shake. Then you over here, and not saying several streams of income is not good, but I'm saying to be in several network marketing companies at the same time, it ain't gonna work. It never works. I never give my time to agents that are in more than one company because it never works. Could you imagine having to maintain 5 legs of business, being a top leader, but then you're also over in another network marketing? It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's even against our ISR agreement to do so. So don't be a go, stop, and hop network marketer. Then you hop into one business and you say, oh, it didn't work, for me. And then you go to another one and say, well, this one didn't work for me. No, it ain't the business. It's because the platform is there. It's you. A lot of times we hate to face the reality that most of the, all of the time, 100% of the time it's us. So go with one business. Don't don't be up there hopping around and doing this and doing all of that, and just be consistent. Being consistent is definitely what gets you paid. And let me also tell you about the ups and downs of business. So business, it can be super up one year. The next year, it can be down. And then the next 2 years, it can shoot up and then continue to go up. The third year up again, and then the fourth year back down. You have to be prepared for that and know that business is just like the stock market. Bullish and bearish, bullish and bearish, bullish and bearish. You have to be there to weather all of those storms. I want you all to look up Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio. He's an economist, and he talks about the economy. And he talks about, the stock market. He talks about everything. Before the pandemic happened, at the very beginning of it, I prepared my team. I had it as an assignment. I said, all of you all, I want you all to look at Ray Dalio, how the economy works. I want you to look at that. How the economy works. They were prepared. And what was so crazy is in that he made this years ago, the video, it's on YouTube, it's free. Ray Dalio, How the Economy Works. He made this years ago. He talked about stimulus. He talked about everything. And he said that it's all cycles. It's all cycles, and it repeats itself over and over and over again, so you can be prepared for it. So check that out, Ray Dalio, so you'll know exactly what's going on and just be prepared. A wealth of information can sometimes create a poverty of attention. So when it comes to this particular statement here, what we're talking about is if your hands are in too many pots at one time. Information overload, and also too, when it comes to training your new agents, take it one step at a time, spoon feed them a little bit here, a little bit there, have them to go through the trainings that's in the UWE app, because sometimes information overload can be bad. And you can literally just freeze. A confused mind does nothing. So you want to make sure that you're doing these things within your business. And you also want to make sure that you guys are always advancing people. I want to see every single one of you. If you're not at VP, I want to see you at VP. I want to see you at VP. If you're VP, I want to see you at EVP. RVP, I want to see you there, but I want you to skip a step, going up to EVP. If you're RVP, going up to SVP. I want to see each and every single one of you there. Pass me up. Let me see all of you guys shining. Let me see all of you guys being your absolute best. You owe it to yourself. You deserve it. Go for it, work hard, make zero excuses. Remember that teachability index. If your willingness to change, if it ain't there, may not be the time for you. Teachability index, always want to shoot for that 10. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for having me tonight. Ameenah Rasheed, I am signing off. Y'all better go slay this 5-week volume month. Thank you so much, Daryl and Maine. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Maine, did you want to drop in and say something before we close out?
Yes. You guys hear me okay? First of all, I want to give it back.
No, man, you got an echo.
Oh, my fault. That's fine. You can just take it over, y'all.
Okay, awesome. Definitely want to give it back to Miss Ameenah Rasheed. Guys, oh my God, that was amazing. We're pretty much going to wrap this up because she gave you guys everything you need to be successful. Like we say, we know we're in massive momentum right now. The company is doing something really phenomenal with these Power Hour webinars. It's going to be 4 webinars a day all the way for the next till April the 16th. So if you're a new agent, like this is a chance to really like to blow your business up, you know, simply from inviting. So you want to get your list together 100%. I take this notebook with me everywhere. So you just want to keep expanding your list, following up with people, get as many people as possible on these daily webinars and get us on the line with them to close. We got some of the best closers within the entire company on our team. So just pique people interest, get them on the webinar, get yourself out the way. And you can literally do some phenomenal things moving forward. We got 3 weeks left of this volume up. If you're a new agent, you can go sales director. We got a lot of sales directors on in pace to go RSD. We got some ESDs about to get promoted, vice president. So really want to keep this, get it while the getting's good. You know, like she said, things goes in cycles. Right now, we're in the uphill, like everything is exploding right now. So you want to take advantage of that because we don't know when it's going to start back dipping. We know wintertime is anything. So you really want to leave it all on the line. And like she say, remain coachable. We already have a system that works. Everyone's winning. Majority of the team is seeing phenomenal results. We got multiple people blazing the leaderboard, over 10, 12 people. So just get in tune with the system, what we have. Write your why down. This is the fastest vehicle to financial freedom on the planet. So stay coachable, be willing, give it everything you got for the next 3 weeks. And we're going to blast this thing to the convention April 2nd, then blast it to the convention in August. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of new VPs loading. The goal is to create 10 new 6-figures earners this year. We got a few people already on place to do that. So guys, just give it everything that you got. You know, identify your why, do it for your family, do it for your legacy, do it for your children, do it for yourself, because, you know, you deserve it. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and end it right there. I'm gonna see every single last one of you guys at the top. You know, it's infinite freedom. Anything is possible. See you guys tomorrow.